Welcome to our high school. We are absolutely thrilled to have the opportunity this morning, now that you have the first day of the high school experience under your belt. Last period, we had the opportunity to bring together our seniors, our South Fayette class of 2026. We started with our seniors because they are the leaders of our school, and we always share with our seniors that they are the leaders of our school district. Now, you guys are the second group that we brought together. We are thrilled on day 2 to be able to welcome you to our high school, review expectations that we have for our high school students, and hopefully answer a lot of questions that you may have about the high school experience. This is the first time that you guys have come together at our high school as a class. Exceptional job coming in, getting seated, and getting locked in and ready to go, okay? We do have a lot of information, so Mrs. O'Brien, Mr. Sal, and I are going to stay on top of all of the information that we need to cover with you this morning. And I do want to remind you, you will be receiving an email and your families with the slide deck of information. There's links, there's a lot of information. If you forget something, we will embed this into everything that we do at the high school. We start every activity, presentation, meeting, event at our high school with this, which is a slide that reminds us of the opportunities that we have and the power of our South Fayette community. I'm not going to take a lot of time to review this, but we spent a lot of time with our seniors because that photo, which is at the top center, is our South Fayette class of 2025. Our seniors that graduated last year, right after they received their high school diplomas, when they tossed their caps in the air. If you could have seen our seniors here this morning, it's a real, raw feeling knowing that you're going to be graduating, they're going to be graduating this year. For you guys, that feels like a long time away. It's going to go by very, very quick. So, welcome to our high school. These are just some opportunities that we have for our students. Top left is our esports state champion team. If you haven't seen our esports arena yet, come find me, Mr. Salopek, Officer Zemansky, or Mrs. O'Brien, and we'll show you our esports arena. I'm not going to go through every slide, but welcome to our high school. We're thrilled and excited to have you guys here. This morning, we're going to introduce you to some really key team members that are here to make sure that you have the best experience at our high school. Some advice: find your trusted go-to adult, who is a teacher, who is a counselor, who is a principal, who is a coach, that you feel like you can go to if and when you need something. With that being said, Dr. Durda, I have the honor of being the principal at South Fayette High School. Welcome to our school, welcome to our family, and I would like for Mr. Salopek, Mrs. O'Brien, and then Officer Zemansky to introduce themselves as well.
Hi, freshmen. How are you? Good. We are so excited for you to be here. This is the next chapter, right, of your education journey. This is the new beginning. We were so excited to welcome you in yesterday. We're excited that you came back today. I am beginning, it fell flat. I am also beginning South Fayette High School, so I'm new to South Fayette. I've done this job before in other districts, but just like you, this is only my second day in high school with you. I'm really excited to go on this journey with you. I'm excited to see what you become, what you're interested in, learn about you, connect with you, and all of the amazing things. I'm excited to cheer you along. So as Dr. Durda said, I'm here for you for anything that you need. I primarily work with students whose last names A through K. Doesn't mean if you're at the other end of the alphabet, we can't talk, we absolutely can. But primarily, I am A through K. I am excited that you're here, and I hope you have a great year.
Thank you, Mrs. O'Brien.
Hi everybody, welcome. My name is Mr. Salopek, Assistant Principal. I work with last names L to Z. As I see you all sitting here today, I recognize some of your faces from when we came to visit at the middle school last spring. We can't wait to get started this school year. So fired up that you're here. And I just want to give you guys some praise and some feedback. How you operated yesterday at this high school for day one, your first time here, and already today, you're doing a phenomenal job, all right? We are fired up. You've impressed us. You've made a great first impression that we've challenged you to. And now today, we're going to teach you some things about our high school that we're going to keep that ball rolling and really get you started on a great beginning of your school year. So thanks for being here today. Fired up to see you, and can't wait to share some new information with you.
We're also thrilled to introduce our new school police chief, who's starting at our high school this year. He will be the chief of police of our entire district, and I'm going to let Officer Zemansky introduce himself.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. So I just want to share a little background about myself. I'm a person under this uniform as well, so I like to do things outside of work. I played ice hockey for the University of Pittsburgh, Maine. I played lacrosse for Valley Forge Military College. I have 3 degrees. I have a master's degree in finance. I've been in the Army for a very long time in the infantry. If you don't know what that is, that's the frontline stuff. So I assure you that you're going to be extremely safe here. I've been all over the world. I've been inside the Great Pyramid of Giza. I've been to the top of the tallest building in the world. I like to ride a motorcycle. I have a boat. I was actually an accountant before being a police officer, but I just want to let you all know my door's always open, fairly laid back, so you can stop by, say hello. If you need any life advice, anything you want to talk about, even in private. Like I said, I'm here for you just like all the other administrators. So if you need anything, just let me know, okay?
Guys, please join me in welcoming Mrs. O'Brien and Officer Zemansky to South Fayette High School. Few additional team members that we are encouraging you to get to know early and often in your high school experience. We do have 4 school counselors here at our high school, 3 of which work with students on a case-by-case basis, and 1 school counselor who is our college and career counselor. Mr. Hausman works with students last name A to G, Mrs. Lutzo, students last name H to O, and Mrs. Martin, students last name P to Z. If you haven't yet met them, highly encourage you to send them an email and ask them if you can introduce yourself to them. Mrs. Sharrow, again, our college and career counselor. While we know that you guys are new day 2 9th graders to our high school, your high school experience will move very quickly. So as we're working with you on life after, what are your goals? What are your dreams? What do you want to do after you graduate from high school? Are you looking to join the military? Are you looking to go to college or university? Do you want to enter the workforce? Whatever your goals, dreams, interests, passions are, Mrs. Sharrow is going to be a key team member to help and support you. Mr. Joe should be a familiar face to some of you. He is our social worker that works both at the middle school and here at the high school. And Mrs. Howes is our school nurse. Next, this is a slide that we have worked very closely with our current high school students and our staff. These characteristics that are on the board are really what our focus is, that by the time you receive your diploma in 2029, I like how that sounds, 2029, that we can confidently say that you have the skills to be able to navigate these characteristics. This is something that's going to be embedded into your classroom spaces, into our high school, into our community. I'm not going to read all those out. However, they will be a part of our life here at South Fayette High School. With you being new to our high school family, there are really 3 expectations that we have for every one of our students and every one of our staff members every single day. We call this our identity and focus of what it means to be a South Fayette High School student. Our upperclassmen are familiar with what this is. And I had the privilege of watching them model this yesterday, day one of the school year. My expectation for myself, for Mr. Selapek and Mrs. O'Brien, for every faculty and staff member, and for every one of you and our other students at our high school are to do these three things every day. First, deeply love and care for yourself, for every other student in our school, and for our staff. Every day. Second, relentlessly pursue excellence in everything that you do. What does that mean, to relentlessly pursue excellence? That means every day you're trying to become a better version of yourself than you were yesterday. When you go into the commons, into the cafeteria, clean up your space after you eat lunch. You see somebody drop something on the ground, be a good person, pick it up, help them out. When you go into Mrs. Matz's English class, you give your best every day. If you are in the musical or in the little green machine, you try to grow and get better every day. So, relentless pursuit of excellence. And last, respectful and engaging community, which is exactly how you guys have entered our high school. This standard of being a high school student here is high. You guys are already modeling it. We know if we do these three things every single day, when the last day of school comes, June 5th, 2026, we would have built an absolutely incredible school year together. Mr. Sal.
Digging in a little deeper, when you think about our identity and focus, deep love and care, relentless pursuit of excellence, respectful and engaging school culture, I want you to take a minute and read this, because this is what that means in action. Go ahead. Every single one of us in this theater today is capable of doing everything that is up on that slide. And that's pretty awesome. So it doesn't matter where you're coming from, what grades you got, what team you're on. Those are all awesome things, and we're all going to learn all about that as you as individuals. But none of that stuff impacts our ability to do these things. And when you think about a high school environment that is welcoming and inclusive of all, that means it takes all of us to do that each and every day. And you're all capable. And our job as educators and school leaders throughout the building with your teachers, staff, and everybody here is to help you see these opportunities, seize those opportunities to help make this place a really, really special and amazing school. We want it to be your safe space. We want it to be a space that you love coming to. We want it to be a space where, at the bare minimum, you know that we deeply care about you, and we can help get you anything that you need, all right, to be the best version of yourself, okay? So when you hear us talk about deep love and care, relentless pursuit of excellence, wow, that's a lot. What does that mean? I don't know. Think about this slide. This is what it means in action. Ms. O'Brien? I got you.
Thanks, Mr. Salapax. Positive culture. It's important that we live in a culture that supports us, right? We want to feel good about our days. We want to feel good about ourselves. We want to make other people feel good about themselves. This is how you can do that. Be respectful to everyone, all the time. Take accountability for your actions. Include the people that are around you. We saw yesterday an upperclassman go to someone who was sitting alone in the cafeteria in the commons and ask them to join them. That's amazing. Communicate. We can't help if we don't know. Let us know. We want to help. We want to make this the best for you. You have to communicate. And if it's not us, and if it's your counselors or your teachers, find somebody that you feel comfortable communicating with, and everybody here is willing to help. And be proud of where you are. Be proud of South Fayette. I made the choice to come here because this is an amazing place. I chose this because I know how magnificent your teachers are, the staff is, and you are. And while you're here, don't forget the important things. Life's short, have fun, right? High school is a great place to be. Find your friends, create relationships, ask questions like I said if you have them. Be active in your classes. Let your teachers know who you are and learn who they are as well. Make those connections with them. You matter to them and they want to know you. Think about what you want to get involved with. There's a slide later about clubs and whatnot. Come to the main office if you need anything at all. And always remember to support your school and what you represent to tell you the way. So it says new bell schedule. But for you, it's kind of new, but it's also just the bell schedule, right? 46-minute classes, 3 minutes to get from place to place. Raise your hand yesterday if 3 minutes felt like 1 in a new space. Yep, big eye rolls, right? It's gonna get better, I promise. Once you get it down, it's the routes that you're gonna go. Second period is 55 minutes, and that's only because that's when we do announcements, so there's a little bit different, but it's still 46 instructional minutes. And we want you to know that we used to have a 30-minute lunch period, but we felt that 46 was gonna work out better. There's no time to get that many people through the cafeteria lines and to let you have some time eating in 30 minutes, so now you have 46. And I think you'll settle into that, and you'll feel like it's a little bit of a breath. Somebody yesterday, we talked about the 46 minutes, and they said, that last 15 minutes kind of gives me some time to settle. Good. That's great. We want you to settle and refocus. So that's the bell schedule and how it's all framed.
We're going to cover arrival and dismissal pretty quickly, but student arrival the first 2 days, you guys did a fantastic job. Our expectation is that you guys are here no later than 7:15 so that you have enough time to get to your first period class on time. Okay, 7:15. Our building does not open until 6:50. We do not have staff supervision throughout the campus until 6:50. So if you do need to get dropped off early, 6:50 is when the building is open. And then between 6:50 and 7:10, there are 2 spaces on campus that you can go to. The athletics lobby or the commons. Those are the 2 spaces that if you're here before 7:10 that we have staff supervision for you guys to go to. At 7:10, students are free to go to their first period class. Go to your locker, check in with your friend, and then make your way to your first period class. The entrances to the school, the main entrance right out front where you see the South Fayette High School with the pillars, the fine arts entrance, which is right over here, and then the back of the high school. The athletics entrance is also open, so I'm going to add that to that. We lock the doors at 7:19. If you come in after 7:19, you have to check in through the front of the building. Our student center is when you come into the front of the building. To the right is our student center. Mrs. Barachek is our attendance secretary. If you come in late, if you have an early dismissal, everything goes through Mrs. Barachek. That's student arrival. Dismissal. End of the day is at 1:58 p.m. at our high school. For the first few days of school, just like we did yesterday, we will dismiss a few minutes early so that we can get all students that ride buses onto their buses and we can get the buses off campus as quickly as possible. The student driver section, we're not going to cover with 9th or 10th graders because you're not permitted to drive until you're 16, 11th, and or 12th grade. Student bus riders, yesterday we held up the buses until we got everybody on the buses. We'll do the same today and the same tomorrow. Starting next week, we've got to make sure we get our buses off campus as quickly as possible because you guys are the first run with the buses, and then after they drop you off, they have to go to the middle school to pick up middle school students, intermediate school, elementary school. So it is a very quick window of time from the 1:58 bell till the buses leave. The buses typically leave the campus at 2:04 p.m. With that being said, if you are a student that rides a bus, if you don't know your bus number, please stop at the main office today or the school counseling office so that we can give you your bus number. We'll have staff in the back. I was back there, Mrs. O'Brien, a few teachers. We had a whole team out back yesterday helping with bus numbers. The advice is, if you ride the bus, make sure you have all of your belongings and items. Get them no later than after period 7, which is our second to last period. When the bell rings at 1:58, you will not have time to go to your locker, get your belongings, use the restroom, see a teacher. At that point, the buses are already off campus. Okay, so I'm just sharing that because you're newer to our school. 1:58, make sure you have your things, head right out to the buses, please and thank you. If you are a student that gets picked up, or if you have an older sibling that drives you home, we get student bus drivers, bus riders, and the buses off campus first. So the quicker we get students on the buses safely, and as safely and quickly as we can get buses off campus, as soon as we see the buses moving off campus, that is the go-ahead for student drivers and students who are getting picked up to be able to exit our building to be able to go home. Okay? Any questions on arrival or dismissal? Okay. Cell phone use during school. Different than the middle school. However, I'm going to say almost every concern or issue that I have worked through as a principal has been because of this. Your teachers have caddies in their spaces for cell phones. I'm going to share with you when it's acceptable to use cell phones at our high school. Before school, after school, during lunch, during a study hall. All other times, when you're in your classrooms, we need you guys locked in with your teachers, focused, ready to roll. Something that we're going to talk about in a little bit further in the presentation is something called flex period at our high school. Brand new for this school year, we're going to be operating a flex period. Cell phones are not permitted during flex. There's a deep intentionality of what the flex period is to be used for. When you go to the bathroom to use the restroom, cell phones, leave them in your classroom, go to the restroom, come back to your class. With respect to restroom expectations, again, you are new to our high school. Our expectations are if you have to use the restroom, ask your teacher, and use the restroom that is closest to the classroom space. Okay? Not a time for you to hang out, socialize, any of that. Use the restroom, head back to your classroom space. 1 person per bathroom stall. I know, the fact that I have to say that. 1 person per bathroom stall. We'll talk about cell phones, closest. SFB Well is a committee from our student government. We're going to talk about clubs and activities here shortly, but SFB Well has built carts for our female restroom spaces that came from a vision and idea from students. So female students, the bathroom outside of the commons on the lower AC. Do you guys know the hallways yet? We're getting there. You guys are good, good. Next week at this time, you're going to know the whole, what's AA? AA hallway is closest to the athletic wing, the gym. AB hallway is the hallway that's closest to us. And the AC hallway connects the AB and the AC hallway. This is the fine arts wing. If you have any classrooms that are FA, the fine arts wing classes are out there and in the other side of the theater. Lunch expectations, we rolled this out to all students yesterday. 46-minute lunch periods to give you guys time to be able to eat your lunch, have fun with your friends, decompress, take a breath before the afternoon starts. Just as a reminder, when you come into the commons, if you have 4th, 5th, or 6th period lunch, come into the commons, find your people, have a seat. If you pack your lunch, you start eating as soon as you grab a seat. For anybody that is buying lunch, you will be released by section in the commons to get your lunch. The conference center is a quiet space. It's right off of the commons. If you don't know what it is and you want to explore it, let a lunch monitor or Mr. Sal, Mrs. O'Brien, or myself know, and we'll be happy to show you. And then just clean up your spaces. With 5 minutes left in lunch periods, we're going to get all students up, and we're going to move you guys outside in the 2 hallways outside of the commons so that our food service staff and our custodial staff can clean and wipe down the space for the next lunches. So if you were in 5th or 6th period lunch yesterday, we did that. If you're in 4th period lunch, we didn't do it yesterday, but we'll start doing that today, every day, as we move forward throughout the school year. AI use, artificial intelligence. I'm not sure if you guys went over things last year at the middle school. So we want to make sure that there is no confusion on ChatGPT or any AI platforms that you may use. First, follow your teacher's syllabus and expectations. It can be a resource, but under the direction and the support of what your classroom teachers are sharing. What it should not be used for is plagiarizing, copying an essay, coming up with work that is not your original work. Okay? We want to make sure that we are crystal clear with this. Because our academic integrity policy at the high school, there are ramifications. Your academics starting this year, not that it was not important in elementary, intermediate, and middle school, but right now is where it's real. Starting in 9th grade is when your high school transcript is starting to be developed, meaning you'll get a 1st quarter grade in all of your classes. A 2nd quarter, 3rd, 4th quarter. That goes on to your high school transcript. So when you're looking at what's life after high school going to be, do I want to apply to go to Virginia Tech? Do I want to go to the military? Do I want to create a resume and apply for a cybersecurity job right out of high school? Whatever it is. Your high school transcript will be associated with you and your opportunities that come next. So AI use, these slides, if I didn't share before, you will receive an email with the slide deck links of all this information. Student Square, Parent Square and Student Square, 2 new resources at South Fayette. Have any of you heard of or used Remind 101 in the past? If you have, can you give me a little hand just so I can see? Because our 12th graders, almost every hand went up. I only see about a 1/3. Okay. Remind 101 is a communication tool that teachers, coaches, sponsors can use with students, student athletes, members of clubs. Parent Square and Student Square bought out Remind 101. So basically, these are the same thing. This is the new Remind 101. We're encouraging all of our students to sign up and get a Student Square account. So if you join Minithon, or if you join student government, when Dr. Racy is trying to send out a message, hey, student gov meeting has been moved from the library to the conference center, you can get the information quickly. If Mrs. O'Brien, Mr. Sal, or I have to push out a message about something, there's a 2-hour delay today because of snowy weather outside. Your families are going to get it, but you as a high school student will also be able to get it as well. So we will share more information about this, and we're going to review it during future flex period. Speaking of flex period, many of our high school students that have been with us have shared with us I don't have enough time in my day to, for example, I missed school because I was sick. I have a test that I have to make up, and I don't have any time to make up the test. Or I'm on the baseball team, and we went to Florida for spring training in April, and I missed all of my classes, and I need help in my biology class. I don't have time to get help during the day. So new this year, and you should have seen on your schedule, something that is called Flex 9. The 9 is representing that you are 9th grade students at our high school. Not this week, but starting next week, we will be rolling with our flex period concept. Next Wednesday, the 27th, either Mrs. O'Brien, Mr. Sal, or I are going to come on the PA announcements and say, at the end of third period, at this time, all students should report to their assigned flex period. Just like your classes, your English, your math, your science, you should see your Flex 9 with a staff member's name and a room location. Next Wednesday and the following Wednesday, September 3rd, we're just going to get all 1,074 students at our high school to their assigned Flex locations. You're just going to the space, and then Mr. Sal, Mrs. O'Brien, and I will have video explanation of what is Flex. How do you sign up to take a test? How do you ask for additional help in English? So we'll review all of it. If you don't see Flex 9 on your schedule, please let us know. And we are super excited for next steps with Flex.
All right, here we go. Student supports. Check on your neighbor right now. Make sure everybody's here. Sit up in your seats a little bit. Put the phones down. Let's go. We're locked in. Okay? We're locked in. Now, it is a big deal to enter a high school and be the new incoming 9th grade class. With that, there's great excitement, energy, fun. You guys are looking forward to a million things. Homecoming's coming up, first Friday night game, clubs, activities, meeting new friends, teachers. Wonderful. All right, there's also some nerves that come with that. Okay, there's also, it's all right that we're anxious, we're a little nervous, we're a little even scared. We're a little worried about the unknown. What's next? What are we doing tomorrow? What the heck is Flex? There's a lot of new stuff, okay? So if at any time, anybody in this room is not feeling great, all right? You're thinking about how getting up, coming to school, and you're not feeling good, you're worried, you're anxious, there's something that's just in the way for you, all right? There's a barrier in front of you. We have a team of people in many different areas that can help support you. All right, the biggest challenge is you don't know us very well. We don't know you very well yet. We're gonna work through that quickly. All right, but we're asking that you trust us as a team. That if you need something, that you gotta find a trusted adult that you can go to, and it could be any of us. Say, hey, I need a little bit of help. All right, here's what I'm struggling with. Here's what I'm thinking about. Here's what I'm worried about. Can you help me out? Can you help me get to the right person? We have teams available for that. Okay? So like you got to trust your gut. How are you feeling as you assess yourself? Trust your gut on the experiences that you're having, on what you're seeing around you. If you notice a friend that's not doing well, all right? If you notice your best buddy that's just struggling, how can you help them out? That's what it means to be a good friend. Okay, we have teams available, student assistance program, a group of teachers who work completely behind the scenes. You would never know. Private, confidential, to support students with basically anything that could come up in life for a young person. All right, we do it all day, every day. That's what we're here for. All right, our school counselors are your go-to people, really, for the overall experience at the high school. Schedule, plans for after high school, your future expert, all of that kind of stuff. Your school counselors are here, and to just simply have somebody to go and talk to if you need anything. We have two wonderful resource spaces. We have a chill room, which is something you guys are familiar with from the middle school. We have a chill room here, right outside the theater, actually. As you go down the AV hallway, you'll see it. It's with the blue walls, the chill room. And then also a school-based mental health therapist present in our building every single day. This is our team here. Our team members are here in the back. All right, we have Miss Danielle and Miss Serenity. They are brand new to our high school, so as you guys are new, we want to also welcome our new teammates. All right, wonderful additions to the staff. and are people that we want you to familiarize yourself with. And if you ever need something, they can be that go-to trusted adult for everybody in here. All of the other information up on the slide is going to be shared with you. You will have this, okay? And as you have conversations with your teachers and your school counselors and us to kick off the school year, we always just have constant reminders about supports available.
You want to have this conversation real quick? I know we're tight.
Absolutely, yeah. Ms. Danielle, Ms. Serenity, could you guys stand, and our students, if you could, please, so you have familiar faces? All right. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. What is so important is that every single student in this room, sooner rather than later, you build connection, relationship, you really feel good with somebody in this school, then everybody has at least one go-to trusted adult. And all of us will volunteer at any time to be your go-to trusted adult. But you got to find somebody that best connects with you, somebody that you'd be confident to confide in, to talk with, and really be comfortable asking for help if you need it. All right, everybody needs to have one, so please keep your eye out on who's going to work best with you. Safe to say, this is nothing new. You've all had experience with this throughout your middle school years and potentially even earlier. I'm going to be very brief on this slide. Two things. Number one, this resource saves lives. And it has saved lives, and I've actually myself have seen that happen. It has saved people's lives, young people's lives. Unbelievable resource in a big school setting, okay? Let's keep using it for all of the right reasons of helping out either yourself or somebody that you care about or somebody that you don't even know, but you know something's off, and you put something in there. If you see something, say something. All right, number two, I have seen this be abused and used in the wrong ways that creates chaos. False reports, lies, negative information, high school drama, nonsense. We do not use, safe to say, for those things that I just described. There is absolutely zero tolerance for stuff like that. Okay? You're getting to learn us. We are intense about how we go about supporting kids. Okay? So if we get a safe to say tip, we are on it. We are acting on it because somebody might be in need. So we do not have time to chase fake stuff, okay, around on safe to say. Please do not do that. At the end of the day, it can be tracked back if there's stuff put on there that's inappropriate and lies and causes more problems. All right. This slide here, there's some really powerful words. I'm not here to scare anybody, but I'm giving you information at the very beginning of the school year so that you have everything to be aware of and mindful of and thoughtful of as you think about the rest of your 9th grade experience. All right? Weapons and threats. There is absolutely no place for that in school. We don't joke about making threats. Your best friend, you're going back and forth on social media, you're mad at them, oh, I'm so mad, I'm gonna kill you. No, you can't do that. You absolutely can't do it. Weapons. Yes, the obvious, a gun, right? But anything that's a look-alike weapon, a squirt gun, a razor blade, a pocket knife, none of that stuff, guys, at any time is acceptable in a school. We've worked through those cases. It leads to some really big things that we don't want you to get involved in. That includes local law enforcement. All right, weapons, threats, you don't really deal with principals too much. You deal with local law enforcement. We don't want to have any of those this year. Same with vaping, drugs, and alcohol. No place in school. Okay, we will be actively working on this throughout the school year. We have presentations coming to you, videos coming to you. We don't vape, we're not vaping in the bathrooms. We're not passing stuff around the school. If you see something, say something so we can help keep you and your friends safe.
We added, this includes over-the-counter medications. So if I was a soccer player most of my life, if I'm in preseason and I'm tight and I'm taking Advil or Tylenol or Motrin, that is not permitted in the locker room, in the school, on the field. Our school nurse, any medications, our school nurse will share with you expectations. If you have questions, come find Mr. Sal, myself, or Mrs. O'Brien.
You are responsible for what you post on social media. It doesn't go away. And actually, when you post really inappropriate and big things, It spreads all over the place. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, Dr. Durda mentioned cell phones before. The majority of the issues we deal with ultimately come back to a cell phone. We do not post about each other in negative ways, about race, gender, ethnicity, sexuality, religion, any of that stuff, guys. It literally can get out of hand quicker than you would ever know. Please be mindful of what you're posting. The way you treat each other when you're sitting next to each other in the theater is how you should treat each other on social media. We will continue to talk about this throughout the year.
Can you get down to the comments? Perfect, thank you. I'll be down to squeeze them back. Okay, we talked about social media, bullying, harassment, anything like that. When we talked about our identity and focus and our expectations at high school, you do those things, we'll be good. I will say the things that are on the board here, if I get a report of anything that's on the board, everything stops, and my full attention, Mr. Salopek's full attention, Mrs. O'Brien's, and Officer Zamansky goes right at the report. And every student that I've worked with in my career knows I'm gonna love you more than I'll put how much love I pour into the students that I get the privilege of working with against any principal I've ever met. If something like that happens, you're gonna have to have a conversation with me. Your family's gonna have to have a conversation with me, and I don't wanna have a conversation of any of these things, okay? You know right, you know wrong. If you have a question, you come talk to us. We're here to learn in a safe and beautiful environment. You deserve it. Every other student in our high school deserves it. Our staff deserves it. Study halls, they're in Power School, so I'm gonna fly through these next ones. Library reminders. Mrs. Ricasey is our librarian. If you need anything, you go see her, but if you have to go to print something, you do have to have a hall pass with you. PBIS, we do the same thing at the high school. Be safe, be kind, be responsible. We call it our identity and focus. Because you're new at our high school, we do hold a clubs and activities fair during lunch periods the first few weeks of school, so that you guys can be familiar with every activity that we offer. If there's an activity that you're interested in that we don't offer, send me an email and we'll look to build a new club. There is a link here that has the calendar of all clubs and activities and upcoming meetings. I promise you, activity fair coming up, the slide deck will be shared so that you can link all of that in. My last big one is our first home football game and Little Green Machine performance is Friday, September 12th. We hope to see you guys either on the field, performing, or in the stands, Kelly green and white, cheering on our Lions. We talked about high school expectations. My youngest nephew just went to middle school today for the first day. Today is your second day at the high school. Huge opportunity in front of you. We cannot wait to get to know you guys. Thank you for being locked in. If you need anything ever, you come find us, and you guys can head straight to period 4.